welcome to another brand new episode of SCNS Live. I am your current host because once again Matt has disappeared. Your boy, the Jersey Jackass, the champ, B to the C. What is going on? I am joined by, to my right, the one, the only, Mr. Rob Entropy. Rob, what up?
What up? How y'all doing? See, Matt don't like y'all either.
Matt just doesn't like anybody.
Nobody. He hates the fans.
He gets married and hates everyone else. Sitting over there to his right, your left would be the one, the only, the beautiful Miss Cora Barton.
It's alright. You know, Matt doesn't have to be here if he doesn't want to. We will just, replace him.
We will replace him with Jason the Xenophobe.
What?
I don't know. Matt sent the word. I don't know what it means.
Xenophobe or xenophobe?
Use that phobe.
Xenophobe. Oh! Or we could replace him with this one.
Cassandra?
No.
Ah, you're right. That's right. Of course. Hi. Dot Mob Kenny Steele, infamous, will be here soon to replace Matt.
Hi, I'm the intern, SCNS intern.
Speak when spoken to, son. We got a lot to go to tonight. We have so much fun to have here. I was in New York, and it was so much fun. It was great and tiring, and I didn't sleep, and I got to get some Famous Rays, and it was such good pizza. I missed the Famous Rays. I got to go see The Kitchen.
Ooh,
it was good to be back in the kitchen. It was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really missed the kitchen. So much fun out there. But what else has been going on, guys? How have you? Anything else new? Break? I don't think there was anything much.
I don't know. I mean, there's something about some space opera movie type thing.
Oh, yeah, Blade Runner came out.
That's right.
Yeah, and I heard that sucked.
I didn't hear it sucked. I heard it's really good, but just like the original Blade Runner, nobody saw it.
Because it's 3 hours long.
Yeah. And I was in New York, so I didn't get to see it. Jason, why are you throwing things?
Because you know damn well what came out this week.
The team up of those guys. Justice League.
Batman, DC Films.
No, numbnuts.
Matt's.
Wait, I think there was another one. I think it involved like robots or something.
That's right. There's a bunch of droids in it. Yeah, no. Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Actually, that one I'm equally excited about.
The Kaiser's are back. The Jaegers are back.
That's right. We are going to be talking a lot of the trailers that hit, including Justice League, Pacific Rim, and of course, Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Brand new trailer hit during one of the most boring football games
more
of
like
all time.
Star Wars: The Missing Pokemon. You see those?
No, I swear to God, there better be a post-credit scene where Chewie eats those things.
No,
they look like good dinner. So
no, what is wrong with you people?
They look great.
Like
they look awesome. They'd be amazing with some barbecue sauce.
Oh yeah.
Maybe put on the grill. It's definitely propane.
What about on the run fried chicken, right? Instead of KFC, it's a AFC.
You guys are horrible.
It's great. So, anyway, guys, we're going to get into a whole bunch of different stuff tonight. But first, we're going to kick it off, as we always do, with some super cool nerd news. Hey, super cool nerd news is powered by Cinelinx. Cinelinx.com, your one-stop for your news, reviews, editorials, and more. Keep on Cinelinx. Starting out, though, I have not been able to get one. Motherfucker. The NES Classic and the SNES Classic have been more than well received, which only seems to say that Nintendo isn't done with the trip down nostalgia lane quite yet. It looks like the classic gaming could be going portable. On September 15th, Nintendo filed to renew the trademark for the Game Boy. No word exactly why yet, but this could be that while we all expect the N64 Classic to eventually hit the market, is Game Boy Classic the next trip down memory lane. The Hollywood Reporter is now reporting that Disney is pulling their Jack and the Beanstalk fairy tale. President of Pixar, Ed Catmull, spoke about the shutting down of the film. He said, "It is impossible to know when we begin a project, how the creative process will unfold. And sometimes, no matter how much we love an idea or how much our heart goes into it, we find that it just isn't working. With Gigantic, we've come to that point, and although it is a difficult decision, we are ending active development for now. We are focusing our energies on other projects, on another project that has been in the works, which we will be sharing more about soon, now set for Thanksgiving development for now. We are focusing our energies
Deadline
on
is now
other
reporting
projects. That Pirates of the Caribbean director Gore Verbinski, I got it, look at that, I'm knowing things, is making a deal to direct Gambit over at Fox. The X-Men spinoff has been a high priority at the studio since Channing Tatum stepped up to star, but was quickly sidelined after Deadpool hit it big on a $50 million budget, and Gambit was slated in the upwards of $150 million. Now it seems the script is being reworked into a heist film with a smaller budget, with Tatum still attached to star. Verbinski has brought us Rango, The Ring, and the original Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. Gambit is now said to be a high priority to push immediately over at Fox, and in late-breaking news, moments before we went live, it was announced that it will be getting a Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2019 release date. Due to the odd mix-up of distribution rights, Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner Hulk character currently does not have a standalone movie in the works. However, if MCU head honcho Kevin Feige has his way, he'll be able to explore a type of standalone story for the Rage Monster with some upcoming Marvel films. Speaking with Cineblend about the character in an upcoming Thor Ragnarok, Mark Ruffalo said, "Kevin brought me in and he said, 'What would you do if you could do a standalone Hulk movie?' I said, 'I think it should be this, 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 and this. And it should end like this.' And he said, 'How about we do that?' Love that. Let's do that. Starting with Thor 3 and ending in Avengers 3. And we'll use those 3 movies to basically do a standalone Hulk film. How about that?" I was like, sounds great. Cool, Mark Ruffalo. Thanks for live streaming the Thor Ragnarok premiere. The feud and the Furious is growing stronger and stronger every single day. During the production of The Fate of the Furious, there were reports of a feud between The Rock and Vin Diesel. Most of us chalked it up to a possible WrestleMania match to promote the film, which never really materialized. Later, Tyrese went on an Instagram rant about how The Rock would not text him back and telling him not to do it. Whatever that meant, but the drama did not end there. Michelle Rodriguez came out saying that she was not going to come back unless the franchise started to give the female leads more to do. And now we have pushed back Fast and Furious 9 in favor of The Rock's Luke Hobbs and Jason Statham's Deckard Shaw standalone film, which is now dated for July 26, 2019. With the franchise screenwriter Chris Morgan handling the script duties. Tyrese again took to Instagram to blast The Rock, calling him a clown. Probably not the best idea unless you're talking about his new tattoo. However, The Rock responded on Instagram about how happy he was to see the Fast and Furious franchise expand. However, no candy asses need apply. Subtle, Rock. Subtle. And finally, over 15 years ago, Keanu Reeves and Alex Winters saved the universe. And for the past 10 years, Reeves has been talking about making Bill and Ted 3. Now, while appearing at New York Comic Con panel for his new movie Replicas, another more enticing update on the film has come our way via Keanu, and it looks like we may actually have a title. Bill and Ted Face the Music. Reeves said, "It's a cautionary tale. They're supposed to save the world, but when we see them, they haven't saved the world, and they're married and have kids, and they're playing to nobody, but they have to write that song and face the music. Hopefully we'll make it before I'm 60. Well, that's your Super Cool Nerd News. For all these stories and more, make sure to keep it on Cinelinks.com, your one stop for your news, reviews, editorials, and more. So, intern Ricardo,
Yo.
we have a director for Gambit.
About time.
Well, you know, I think it's right on par, seeing as we needed to get that damn budget down from $150 million.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were trying to go like CGI heavy, which usually means why the budgets are so high. But I mean, Deadpool was able to pull it off with, what'd you say, 50 million?
Something like roughly.
58.
Okay.
Something between there.
50, 60 million. So now they've got a formula that works. And hopefully they'll kind of push the PG, maybe get into R ratings with Gambit. Because I don't know, can you go R with Gambit?
Yes.
I don't know much about Gambit.
You should. I don't think you need to.
You don't need to.
So
We
Dead-
don't
like
need
Dead-
to push that R rating unless it's something that legitimately go, no, you need that. Logan needed
Yeah,
that.
you need
Deadpool needed that. You can do Gambit PG.
PG-13. So, I mean, when they announced Channing Tatum, at first I was a little, but you know what? He's gotten better as an actor as he's gone on. So, performed via director, great. Let's see what he can do.
Now, Cora, Channing Tatum was actually set to be Gambit in X-Men Origins Wolverine. Unfortunately, they had to pull him out due to his contract for G.I. Joe. Is Channing Tatum the right choice for Gambit still now?
I think so. I like Channing Tatum, so I'd like to see him as Gambit. I'm just really excited about this movie. I've been waiting for this movie for years, and to see that it's like it's got a date and everything, and also just FYI. I just really want to see this movie. I can't remember what I was gonna say. I just really want to see this movie.
I think you were going to say a good time to take to a date will be February 14th of 2019, right? That's a great way to...
This is very,
Rob,
very
you
possible.
would do.
If y'all
Rob, how much more excited are you now for Valentine's Day, knowing that Gambit's coming out in 2019?
I honestly don't give a good goddamn.
Makes the most sense.
I mean, look, Channing Tatum, I like. Now, I hated him before, little pretty boy with all the muscles and shit like that. But after that disaster movie, loved him in everything.
G.I. Joe.
Disaster movie?
No,
This is the end?
This is the end.
That one little cameo. That's what got you.
That one
Okay.
little scene that had me, and
Not 21 Jump Street,
and I
not
actually
the
watched
Hateful
this-
Eight.
yeah, I watched
that
this stuff
one
after
little
that.
cameo. That's what got you.
I watched his stuff after that, and I was like, you know what, this guy is good.
Yeah.
So him playing Gambit, I mean, yeah, fine, whatever, do it up. But as far as this movie, I could give a damn about it.
And
Yeah.
I know he's supposed to have like a Cajun accent. If you watch Logan Lucky, which if you haven't, go see it. It's actually a pretty good movie. He plays a Southern guy, and he's got that accent done pretty well for someone that's Southern. So I think he's in the range of doing a good Cajun accent for Gambit.
Well, and the thing is, Gambit, Gambit to Channing Tatum is a lot like Spider-Man to Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
It is the character that he grew up that he has always loved, and so that's what's something that made him so excited and what made him so disappointed that he couldn't play him in X-Men Origins Wolverine, which could be a blessing in disguise, wouldn't you say, Jason?
I honestly wanted to dislike Tatum Channing, and
I do that too.
I do it intentionally.
I accidentally call him Tanning Chatham.
I wanted to dislike him at first. Like I hated him as an actor, especially maybe it was because Duke in G.I. Joe. I hated his ass.
I love Duke.
I
love Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah, shave that little scraggly ass beard off. You're in the army. Whatever. Anyway, I wanted to hate this guy, and I've grown to like him more, and I think I liked him most at SDCC when everybody was playing to the cameras, and he was the only person to help Stan Lee off the stage.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I can't dislike this guy after that. I think he'll honestly, and you're right, the accent he did in Logan Lucky, I could see it, that Southern Cajun. He could do
No,
it.
I do have one thing to say with the accent, and this is mostly coming from whatever that accent was in Origins. Either have him do the accent or don't have him do the accent. Pick one. Because him switching in between and then like doing weird stuff in that in between, it didn't work.
That was Taylor Kitsch, right?
Yes.
Yes, and
Which
god.
is disappointing because Taylor Kitsch is really good.
Right,
But
and
he just gets stuck in some bad movies.
Yeah.
Well, not
he's made
just
some bad
that.
choices.
Well, not just that, the director is partially to blame for that as well, because they have to do what the director tells them
The
to
whole
on.
script was a whole.
No,
Well,
that is one of those movies with Gavin Hood where you can, a lot like Fantastic Four, you see the studio getting into it and going,
Yeah.
you know what, you're a new director, we're gonna bully you.
Yeah.
So here's your vision. We're gonna take 5% of that, and then here's our vision, which is gonna be 95% of the movie. So
Exactly.
hopefully it doesn't happen with Gambit, because I mean they
And
let.
I love Gore Verbinski doing this because he is. I am one of the. I love Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely love it, and especially I think the first one is the best one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see what he brings to this.
I'm excited for when a trailer comes out, because guess who's going to see it first? Out of this group, at least.
Not you.
Out of this group,
Yeah, probably not you.
Yeah.
excuse you, I will make time to see this trailer.
9 times out of 10, we got to tell you that a trailer even hit the internet.
Oh, you
And
think
it's
I
only like a
don't?
week and a half later.
Oh, you don't think I have Gambit on radar? This trailer.
It's like
Nine-
fucking Google alerts.
We got to tell you that a trailer even hit the internet.
Oh, you
And
think
it's
I
only-
don't? Essentially, yeah.
Well, another person who we would love to see get the trailer because he'd probably send it to us early is Mark Ruffalo and the Hulk. Mark Ruffalo, he's a national treasure, man.
He does.
He
is.
just says things that he's not allowed to say, and he just live streams premieres.
To be fair, the stream was in his pocket, so you only heard the movie.
But still, I mean,
It was only 10
Stream the
minutes.
whole thing?
No, it was.
No,
Just
it was
like
just
10
a
minutes
small
ago.
part of it. It's
Yeah.
just come on, Mark. I know you don't know how to use Facebook, but come on.
It was
Somebody
Instagram.
it was Instagram. It was Instagram.
Somebody probably told me, "Hey, Mark, stop your damn phone."
Yeah, he realized it, opened it, just kind of like made some funny faces and turned it off, and it was the most adorable thing on the planet. He's so precious.
I love that guy.
Follow him on Twitter. If you don't follow him on Twitter, do it on there. He's very active in a lot of things, but he's also
Yeah.
freaking hilarious.
Well, I like the idea of a Hulk movie coming in 3 acts in 3 separate films. You get the first act here in Thor Ragnarok. We're going to get the second act in Avengers Infinity War, and the third act in the final Avengers film.
Yeah.
So that's something I really like going. I like seeing where they're going to go with this because it's difficult to do a Hulk origin film. I mean, or just a Hulk standalone film.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that Universal has the distribution rights to Hulk.
This Universal, that was
Yeah.
Columbia.
No, it is.
Universal thought it's Paramount. Well, whoever. I know someone else.
Marvel doesn't have
the
them.
rights,
Yes.
We
yeah.
just know that. No,
Yeah.
Marvel doesn't have them.
Marvel can only use the Hulk in a group movie.
Yeah.
He has
Okay.
to. He has to be with a team. For them to do like a full solo Hulk movie, it's got to be done. It's got to be done through
The other
company.
yeah. I'm excited. Finally we get more Hulk. When they brought him Ruffalo in to do in the first Avengers, it was like, you know what, I like him.
It is Universal.
It is Universal. Okay.
Okay.
I wasn't so sure about Ruffalo at first because I was like, you know what, I like Edward Norton, and then when he came in, I'm like, he killed it. He did great, and then in Avengers Age of Ultron, they went a little more in depth. Kind of give him a little bit of a story with Black Widow, and I was like, all right, you know what, I can get on board with the solo one. And fortunately, we're not going to get a solo, but we're going to go in depth of Hulk in 3 movies, which I think is going to be great. Now we get more of him, and not to worry so much about the other characters because we know their story.
Yeah.
We got Captain America movies, we got Iron Man movies, Thor movies, so.
Yeah, and I do. I think that Rob, do you think this is the right path for them to go, or do you think they need to work a deal with Universal?
I honestly think they should work a deal with Universal. I don't want to be to have a movie that has a certain plot and then throw in something with the Hulk because you want to do a Hulk movie, but you can't do a Hulk movie. Work something out with them and get a Hulk movie done.
Now, we haven't seen Thor Ragnarok yet, but it looks like they're doing a pretty good job of putting a Hulk arc in there with it still being a Thor movie. A lot like Civil War. Everyone was in Civil War. That was really still a Captain America movie. Now, you could argue it was also an Iron Man movie, but for the most part, it was Captain America's journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good insight.
Good
Cora,
use
do you have any other random noises that tell us what you think about Hulk?
Never do that again. Not on this microphone.
We're sorry about that.
Apparently, the intern tickled her, and that's the
If,
sound.
if your speakers are now blown, you can find Ricardo at Ricardo the Intern.
So I was gonna make just like a quiet squeak, like, "Ee!" But then he poked me, and because I sound like a dying chihuahua instead,
You took too long.
I had just opened my mouth.
That's what she
If you
said.
do that
Got him.
again, you do that again.
So, you got any
Freak
thoughts
things.
on Ruffalo Hulk standalone movies?
Hulk, yeah. But yes, I do have thoughts on Hulk. Mark Ruffalo was actually my first Hulk. I've never seen the other movies.
You don't need to see the first one.
That's what I've been told.
Yeah, well, actually, I disagree. I think you should see Hulk just because of the way it is filmed. What Ang Lee does with how there's like comic book panels and stuff and different views of things. I liked how he filmed that movie. Now, the Hulk dogs are kind of the dumbest thing I've ever seen, but
the first transformation is also one of the dumbest parts of the movie.
What does he do?
He sits in a hospital bed and remembers something about a childhood in the hospital and transforms.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's dumb. Do not watch that movie.
But I like Ang Lee, so I'm going to watch it.
No, not the Ang Lee movie, no.
Again, I'm saying, like, the way it is filmed, I really enjoyed it. And Nick Nolte is just all sorts of crazy and fun to watch.
No.
So.
But then we'll see, if I watch that, then I can appreciate Ed Norton, who I love, and Mark Ruffalo, who has my heart.
See, I was perfectly fine with them getting rid of Ed Norton because he comes in and goes, well, I want creative control over the Avengers. I'm like,
oh, no.
Well, Ed Norton.
Oh, is that what you said?
That's
Yeah.
exactly that's why
Oh,
he left. He wanted creative control because he's Ed Norton. And they said, oh, well, we're not giving it to Robert Downey Jr. or Samuel L. Jackson, so you can fuck off.
Yeah.
Bye.
So
that's like when what's his face, the guy that plays Lucius Fox in Empire, Terrence whatever.
Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
He's like, I want more money. You need to leave.
I want some of the international cut. Oh, you do? That's fine. Don Cheadle. We're going to replace the black.
He got paid more than Robert Downey Jr. said in the second movie, I want more money. They were like, goodbye. We don't need you.
No.
Leave.
So, okay, last thing we get into before we get out here. Everyone it's a whole Royal Rumble in the Fast and Furious.
Okay.
Tyrese is hilarious.
Tyrese is funny, but okay, what else has Tyrese done other than the Fast and the Furious movies?
That's the point. He is really angry that he has to wait for another movie now.
So he has to wait for another check. That's what it is. And it's like, dude, there are other things you can do. There's other things.
Look, he
hungry.
He probably is. He mad because The Rock makes a new movie every 6 months and he can only get one role. He can't even get invited back to the Transformers.
The loud black man in Fast and the Furious.
I could hire him to come here and say, woo, whenever I do something cool, if he wants a job.
There you go.
I don't think you've got enough for him to not be hungry.
It's not a good idea to call The Rock a clown. Just my opinion.
It's not.
No, I mean, The Rock's one of the most loved celebrities out there. He is very involved in a lot of things. And yeah, he spits out a new movie every 6 months. He's making like 3 films right now.
Also, he has literally thrown people around.
Yeah.
Literally.
Your ass might be next.
It's like, he could like just pick up Tyrese with one hand, just tap him like a twig.
Tyrese has those model muscles. Rock has those I have picked up people muscles.
Yeah. Not only that, is he can The Rock can throw you and know not how to not kill you. It's gonna hurt, but it ain't gonna kill you. The Rock doesn't know how to do that.
So on this thing, we're clearly on the Rock side.
I like that he's finally come in and destroyed the Fast and Furious franchise, and for that he will always be my hero.
I don't think he's destroyed it. I think he's made it
better.
Okay.
Like now, not only are we getting the Fast and Furious, we're getting Fast and Furious spinoffs now because of the.
It won't solely revolve around. Ooh, look, it's a car. And it can do some spinny stuff. Hold on, look at me drift.
It hasn't focused around cars in quite a while, which some would say is probably the biggest problem with it.
No, that's not.
Now it focuses around family.
Of these movies.
We got family, and we got Corona,
which is a shit beer, anyways.
Whoa, bro!
Hold on. You should.
And we got Corona.
Like the national drink of your land.
Well, that's it for Super Cool News. We're gonna move on to another segment. Jason, what's
It's
next?
a joke, people. Get a joke. Hey,
That was
God damn.
that was kind of funny.
I think the next segment we need to go over. You went somewhere this weekend, didn't you?
I did. I got to go to New York. It was so much fun. I had a freaking blast. You know what makes
first representation at New York Comic Con.
It was, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. I had no idea what the F I was doing. I was going to a convention that I had never been to. I didn't know how it was set up. I'd never been to the convention center. Oddly enough, I've never been to Madison Square Garden. I've been outside Madison. I've never been in there. And I've never been to the Hammerstein Ballroom.
EC-Dub, 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 EC-Dub,
which is the 3 buildings that this event was in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of history right there.
That is a lot of history.
It's the garden. It's the Hammerstein Ballroom.
The garden and the Hammerstein. And look, that first time I walked in the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Did you cry?
Boy, there were tears. I ain't going to lie to you. And I was like, I could go sit on the floor right in front of the stage. But I kind of want to go sit up in the balconies. Because that's where Super Crazy jumps off.
Oh, yeah.
That's where SmackDown invaded ECW. Like, that's where I want to go.
Oh, my God, that's right. That's when JBL actually beat up the Blue Meanie.
Exactly. So,
all right, let me ask you this. As you were on top of the balcony, when you looked down, did you just, like, see, like, the matches in your head? Just,
oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I was sitting there picturing it.
Oh, yeah.
So, it was amazing. But we're not talking about WWE.
Find some of New Jack's brain.
A little bit of New Jack lying around. A little bit. There's some Tommy Dreamer still in there.
The con, though, overall, I mean, tell us about it.
Okay, we talk about how much we love San Diego Comic-Con. And San Diego Comic-Con is kind of hectic, as all hell. Yeah. As much as we love it, it is a mess, and for good reason, because of how big it is.
Yeah.
New York Comic-Con is absolutely amazing. It is so well run and so smooth that I didn't know what it was. The most smooth thing I've ever done. I could just walk up anywhere, show my press badge, and they immediately put me in a separate line and put me inside as quick as they could and got me down to where I needed to be to either talk to people or just be there for the panel. It was absolutely insane how easy it was to navigate, especially the fact that I had to go from the convention center to Madison Square Garden to Hammerstein Ballroom, all within hours of each other. I'd have to cut out as soon as a panel ended. I had to cut out of one and jet across town to get to the other.
Wow.
It was and I was never late for anything except for the ones in the morning where I didn't want to wake up and get to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was kind of difficult. But other than that, it was so incredible. And I'm telling us, if we can only send an entire team to one con next year, I suggest it be New York. Because you would have had a field day with pictures at the cosplay.
Oh yeah, I heard. I saw your comment about the cosplay over there was amazing.
It is intense. It's everywhere. Like San Diego, like it's sparing.
Yeah.
Because so many
why
people.
Not both?
There's so many people there. I know. Why not? But did we go to both this year? Absolutely not. If we're only going to one, you need to be at New York Comic Con. You need to be at New York Comic Con because that floor is filled with everything that you like from SDCC. But easier access to it. And Rob needs to be there because New York Comic Con is very television centric. Very TV centric. Everything.
Speaking of that,
a matter of fact, there was only one.
That makes sense. Yeah,
there was only one movie panel. Technically 2, but the second movie panel was Psych, the movie, which is a TV show.
Well, tell us about some of the panels you went to.
Okay, so the first panel I went to, we'll save to get into it, but it was Pacific Rim. And we'll get into that when we get into the trailer a little bit later. But then I got to go to the Tick panel, which was a lot of fun. I've actually not watched the Tick, but going to this panel and seeing the actors and seeing how much fun they have together made me want to go back and watch it.
So all the actors were in attendance?
Yes, every single one of them.
Oh, wow.
So I guess it was just a lot of fun.
Yes, it was.
Oh, God, I wish I could just...
And the footage was incredible, and it was well done, well moderated by Alicia Malone. Just absolutely incredible to see.
So the next one you went to, because I'm building up to the one I want to talk about. Go.
We're going to save that. The next one was, okay, where did I go next? We had Ash vs. the Evil Dead. I don't know if that's the next one I went to, but I went to Ash vs. the Evil Dead.
Love that show.
And I love Bruce Campbell because Bruce Campbell is an American treasure.
He's a god.
And they brought him on stage. And he goes, so I was like, guys, look, this is Comic-Con. I can't just come out here and say hello to you guys. I got to bring you something. I got to bring you something good. Now, we got a while before we get to see Season 3 of Ash vs. the Evil Dead. But don't worry, I've got the first episode for you guys right here.
Ooh,
Wow.
nice.
Freddie, if you're watching, he got to
said-
see the first episode.
I have the first effing episode for you guys right here.
Now, again, I don't watch Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Oh, you should.
you need to.
I've seen the pilot, and I want to watch it. It just I fell behind and couldn't get to it.
I've got him. I'll bring him to you.
I have stars.
Okay, there you go.
So, but sitting there and watching that show is absolutely hilarious. This thing is incredible. It brings humor, it brings gore, it brings scares, and it brings awesome action.
Oh yeah.
It's so incredible. So they bring the whole cast back. The whole group gets back together, and now we're introducing a new character.
Ooh. Yes.
Ash's daughter.
Yeah, Ash's daughter. And it's not a spoiler. It's literally like the first three minutes of the show. It's like yo, that's your daughter, dude.
So I had read somewhere that the season 3 it was the most fun they've had filming of this show.
Yeah.
And Bruce had said before, like, this is the best season out of the 3 so far. So I'm super excited. When is it coming out?
I believe Jason.
I'll find the date.
Yeah, look that up real quick.
Okay, I want to keep going. Well, that's a good panel. That's a good panel. Next panel. What's the next panel you attended, BC? Tell us more about the next panel.
One of the other
is online right now.
one of the other panels that I went to was Agents of Shield.
God damn.
What are we at, season 6 now?
We're coming into
Coming into
season 6, 5, season 5.
5, yeah, 5, sorry.
We're coming into season 5.
Okay.
And this one was moderated by Jeff Loeb, who is the head of Marvel Television. This guy is a showman.
Oh, I
Like,
bet.
he's just good. He's good on the mic. He's good with the audience. They bring out the entire cast who are all just jewels.
Oh.
They look like they all have so much fun together. And they just enjoy being around each other. They truly are a family. And they showed us the first 20 minutes of season 5, episode 1.
Ooh.
And this, y'all know how much I love Ghost Rider and how much I loved season 4, or the first half of season 4.
Yeah.
This looks like it could be the best season yet. It
Okay.
opens up in space. Because it opens up with, they're all in separate areas somewhere in space. And they're all coming together and being chased by an alien.
I wish I could see Jason's face right now.
I wish we could see Jason's face right now, too. Or, I mean, I could see Jason.
They're in space.
They're in space.
They're in space.
And they're being chased by this weird alien kind of thing that, of course, my mind immediately went to symbiote. It's a symbiote. It's not a symbiote.
That's
All right,
it's not the Chari, is
It's
it?
not a symbiote. It is not the Chitauri.
Is it
If they're going to space, you think this might play into
Infinity War?
It very well could. But they didn't play much into Civil War, so I don't know. Hopefully it does, but I do not know yet.
Anyway, okay.
Oh, I should know.
The alien looks a lot like the Xenomorph, but a little smaller and blue.
It's the Brood.
Huh? but it is interesting to see where they're going to go with this, and I'm really excited to see it. Everyone seems like they're back. There was no mention of Ghost Rider or Gabriel Luna, so we don't know if we're going to see him or not.
I hope he needs his own Netflix series.
He does need his own Netflix series. Are we going to get his own Netflix series?
Nope.
That I don't know.
Boy, those
Because
streaming
he's
services.
already been on ABC, so he's going to be on national
I mean, we
TV.
can always just move it to a streaming service because I hear streaming services are very popular these days. Hey, BC, tell us about the next panel you attended. So, what was the next one you went to? I mean, you sound like you went to some great panels, buddy.
I did, and this I know this is the one that you really want to talk about, and that's the Orville.
I'm gonna kill you.
The Orville was so much fun. Now, McFarlane was not in attendance, but they brought him in via Skype on a big giant screen
course they
above
did.
everybody.
Of course he did, because it's
And they just talked about how much they weren't set out to make a Star Trek parody or anything like that. They just wanted to make a good sci-fi show.
And they have.
And they truly have. And it's out, and the cast seems they have beds on set that they just go and take naps in, and they said that you'll just wake up and someone will be snuggling with you.
In full makeup.
Probably.
like, what is this blue thing right next to me? Oh my god, that's actually Cora.
But yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. They did a lot of audience questions in there. I got the majority of them. All these panels you can actually see on Cinelinx right now, as well as, if I'm not mistaken, the Channel Control YouTube page. Mm-hmm. Or they're on the Channel Control YouTube page, and you can catch them on Cinelinx.
Go subscribe there so we can finally name that thing.
I think we did actually name that thing. It is youtube.com/Channel Control.
Channel Control TV.
Wow. I have been doing that wrong because I just said Channel Control. So, but yeah, so New York Comic Con was an absolute blast. That was all a lot of fun. So I guess that's really
all the panels, right?
The TV panels. There wasn't really anything else.
Cool, man.
Runaways.
Keep. Yes.
Keep the joke going, Rob.
Tell us about the damn panel.
What?
Yes, we got to go see the Runaways. Now, I was kind of I got in really early and got in all the way pretty damn close to the front. Again, Jeff Loeb was running this one, and
showmanship, all that fun
showman.
stuff. Yeah.
So they posted the trailer online before they showed us.
Okay.
And I was pretty mad because earlier in the day I was at the Pacific Rim panel, and they posted the Pacific Rim trailer before they showed us. And I'm like, what's the point of us being in these panels? I mean, I didn't wait, but all these people that waited in line to see this, and they still don't even get to see it first.
I thought it was great that I was writing my breakdown of all the Jaegers while he's still waiting for the trailer.
It's making me so mad. And then they did it again in Runaways. They showed the trailer before they showed us in there. And so they're all talking about it in the chat, and I'm like, I hate you guys. Oh, wait a minute.
New York Comic Con.
And then they're like, well, I get to see a clip, guys. So at least I get to see a clip. And Jeff Loeb's like, we got a little clip for y'all. It's 53 minutes long.
Can I show everybody what my look was? Because I was laughing that we did see the trailer before you. This was my look at my phone when PC put, we're about to watch the first episode. I was like, ding, I want to. I literally dropped my phone. It fell to the floor like it was on carpet. I was just like this is karma. Damn my hubris.
This show, guys, is so good. Everyone in it, it starts out and all the Runaways, they know each other, but they're not friends. They used to be friends, but something happened, and now they are all separated from each other, and they're not friends with each other.
Okay.
And you run the risk in something like that of it not feeling like they ever really were friends. You know, these guys have a chemistry together where you're like, yeah, something bad happened to these guys, and they were all connected at one time, and you actually get that feeling, and you get a vibe from all the parents. But not a yeah, you're super evil until the very end of this.
Ooh.
And if I had to explain the series of just this one episode, it's the Breakfast Club meets the X-Men.
That's
those two words together.
Yeah.
Wow.
That sounds great.
I do have a Sunday, February 25th for season 3 of Ash vs. Evil Dead. But
what about Runaways?
November 21st.
Of this year?
Yes.
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 Happy birthday to Chorus!
And it's kind of funny because they finished showing us episode 1, which is absolutely incredible. And immediately people are going like, let's binge the rest of it right now!
Are they going to actually do that on Hulu? Or are we going to get all the
it's a Hulu show.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I don't know how Hulu shows work. I've never watched anything.
They do episodic.
Hulu they do every week they put an episode up. They normally don't put the whole thing on the binge.
Well, okay, they did tell us that episode 2 is going to be the same story as episode 1, but from the parents' perspectives. So you see
they are in the general arc of that comic. Yeah. So
they figure out immediately. They figure out at the end of episode 1 that their parents are supervillains.
Okay. Have they announced how many episodes there's going to be?
It should be 10.
Yeah.
10?
I believe it's 10 episodes.
Okay.
I think this show is guaranteed to get a next season.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. With as good as it is, like I said, I absolutely love The Gifted. The Gifted is, as of right now, my favorite new show, returning show, anything on television right now. The Gifted is my absolute favorite. It's so good, I'm doing an after show for it on Cinelinx. That's how much I love The Gifted. this is going to give it a run for its money.
Ooh.
And like I said, this one shows the kids all coming together. And in episode 2, it's going to show the reverse. Same episode,
The same
but
story
from
with the parents.
with the
side.
parents' perspective.
Yeah, that part I really liked.
Yeah, I think that sounds so intriguing.
I like that.
I'm
I just
excited.
hope they don't do that for every episode where it just flips back and forth. For 10
I don't
episodes.
think, no, I think it'll be
That sounds like a special
Yeah.
thing for the beginning.
so.
Awesome. Cool.
Well, the
was-
only other panel I got to see was Pacific Rim, which was absolutely incredible. John Boyega is so damn good. And when that trailer hit, finally, and I actually did get to see it there, I went nuts with that arena in Madison Square Garden.
Ooh.
I had different thoughts about it after I saw it on. I got to sit down and actually watch it, not in an arena filled with rabid fans. But let's start with you guys here. What did y'all think of the trailer?
I see Pacific Rim and I see money signs. That's all I see, man. That's a movie. People have been waiting, what, 6, 7 years now for this? No, when did the first one come out? Like,
Not that.
9?
No.
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 We're talking
10?
4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years? Okay. So it's been a little bit, but still, I'm excited. I mean, we get John Boyega, who's becoming a...
2013.
Okay, so 4 years. 5 years. So, I mean, we get John Boyega, who's becoming a superstar in his own right, especially with Star Wars and all that. The cast looks great. The Jaegers look amazing, and the Kaijus. I mean, if you've seen the trailer, that one at the very end, I'm just like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? I'm excited.
Cora, what'd you think?
I had goosebumps the entire time. Like as I'm watching it, you know, the first note of the da-da-dun, da-da-dun, and goosebumps, and they just intensified as it went on. I'm so excited for this movie. So excited. Like, the first Pacific Rim was probably one of my favorite films in a long time. I mean, the story was kind of but it combined giant robots and giant monsters, and all of the characters were lovable. And it looks like in this film we're going to get a lot more story with these characters. We're going to get a lot more robots and a lot more monsters and fighting, and I'm really excited.
You're twitching.
I'm twitching. I'm like tears of joy and goosebumps.
All right, Jason, what about you? Are you having tears of joy and goosebumps on this one?
Giant robots versus giant monsters. It does not take a lot to please me in this genre, but I can actually see the Jaegers this time, and they're all very cool and different designs, and it looks like I won't lose them all on the first fight. I'll get to see them. If you really want to see what I think, you can go to cinelinks.com and check out a breakdown I did of all the separate Jaegers, including photos and weaponry, and talking about them. And I have theories about the movie too.
Now, I saved Rob for last here, because if anyone's going to have almost somewhat of the same opinion as me, I'm thinking it might be Rob. Now, I didn't know what any of you guys thought going into this. Sounds like Rob's not going to have the same opinion as me. But me personally, and Rob, tell me what you think. I wasn't the biggest fan of it once I settled down and watched it. The first one, what I loved about it is when those robots hit the kaiju, you felt every single hit. They had weight to them. It felt like it was taking a lot for them to move. And when I watched this, when I actually sat down and watched it, I got a real big Transformers vibe of these robots just moving around too smoothly and not really feeling the weight and the excitement that I felt in the first film of it. Rob, did you feel anything like that?
I didn't feel a damn thing about that movie because I haven't watched the trailer yet. I could give a goddamn about Pacific Rim 2.
See, I was that close to having Rob with me. That close. I almost had him on the board. He just don't give a crap.
Yeah, I honestly don't care.
Okay.
I will go see the movie, but as far as Pacific Rim, okay, you made a movie, part 2. All right, I'll go see it.
Okay,
Did you not like the first one?
The first one was good until I watched it the second time, and I was just sitting there like, this movie is shit.
See, I love the first one. I think it's incredible. It's not a good film, but
it's fun.
But the one Jaeger picks up a tanker and beats the kaiju with it like it's a baseball bat. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Good scene.
Great fight scenes. But in this one, I just saw Transformer fight scenes. And that's what worries me. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be like that, but this trailer, as a marketing point, it's got me a little worried. And I also feel like I've already seen everything that's going to happen.
Nope.
Like, you see, this happens. Oh, wait, we have that giant kaiju at the very end that we're going to have to team up and fight. Okay, now I know exactly how the movie's going to play out.
Okay.
But maybe that's just me. I am obviously the odd man out here, so it's probably just me.
I can see where your concern comes from with the Jaegers, because when you mentioned it, that is something that did seem a little off with the fighting. It did seem like they moved a little bit too smoothly, but I'm hoping that was just the way they decided to piece the trailer together. Also, remember that this has been a few years after the first Pacific Rim, so they've had a huge advancement in their technologies because they've actually been, funded this time. At the end of the when Pacific Rim came out, the Jaeger program was being basically defunded.
Yeah.
This was basically, if you don't do this, then you get no funding. And now that they see that it worked, here, just take money, develop this.
Yeah, very true. So, I mean, like I said, I just have a couple concerns. Another film that a lot of us have concerns over has obviously been Justice League, though we have
very
a
true.
lot more
So, I mean,
thanks to Wonder Woman. I just have a couple. We did finally get another trailer, and I almost was not going to watch this trailer because I knew they were going to show us Superman. But once I found out they showed us Clark Kent, not Superman,
Semantics.
I was so happy that that's how they did that. That was the perfect way to show him. Let my mother know that, yes, he's in this movie, and yet please all of the fans that did not really want to see him in the trailer. Ricardo, Justice League, what did you think?
I'm a huge DC guy. I am super excited for this movie. Wonder Woman did great things. I actually did enjoy BVS. I'm excited to see more of Batfleck. I'm super excited for Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
He looks so. When Cyborg catches him,
it's like,
my man.
It's like, my man. It's like, yeah. No, he's a rock star. He's Aquaman as a rock star, and I'm super excited for that. We'll see what Cyborg does. Flash, I'm a little iffy on. Because he's not so much Barry Allen, more Wally-ish type, Impulse type. So, but I am actually very excited. I liked the trailer. I like that they really didn't show us anything that we haven't seen already. And I think part of that is...
They didn't doomsday us.
They didn't doomsday us, exactly. They were going to say that's what the studio kind of wanted, like, hey, don't show like the big stuff. Let's show like bits and pieces here. But I'm super excited. We get to see the Amazons again. We get to see them fight again. And if you saw Wonder Woman, you saw how epic those battles were. So for me, I'm super stoked. Again, I see money signs.
Now, Cora, Ricardo's not too hype on the Flash, but he seems to kind of be the comic relief. Titled Gigantic and written by Inside Out scribe Meg LaFauve, with Tangled's Nathan Greno directing. Even had Frozen songwriters Robert Lopez and Kristen Anderson Lopez writing the songs for a preview almost of the Avengers. Are you excited for what Ezra Miller's bringing to the Justice League?
I'm not a big DC person. Spoiler alert. Like, I like some of the DC characters, but I'm not as well versed in it as I am with Marvel. I am excited for this movie. What are you doing?
I keep hearing things. I don't know.
I am excited for this film, though, for two reasons, and that's Wonder Woman and Aquaman, because the Wonder Woman movie was badass, and I've had a crush on Aquaman since I was a kid. I've believed in him all these years, and now all of you can believe in him with me.
Well, that's what happens when you also believe in Hawkeye.
I'm gonna hurt you later.
He should have died in Age of Ultron.
Damn.
How? Anyways,
murderers.
I did watch the trailer. I liked the trailer before it a little better. This one has made me a little bit nervous now. I'm still gonna go see it because, again, Wonder Woman and Aquaman. And you know what? If the movie is crap, then I at least got to see Gal Gadot kick some ass, and I got to see Jason Momoa without his shirt on a lot, and that's all I really need in my life.
Well, Rob, we can be heroes just like them. Did you like the music choice? It seems to be something that most fans are not too hype on.
Honestly, the music in it, that wasn't something that I really picked up on. There are only certain trailers that I watch where music stands out to me, and I'm like, wow, that was the right piece of music for that. But the music for this was, it's just music. I honestly didn't really think.
What were your thoughts overall on the trailer?
Overall, I liked it. Batfleck, whatever. Okay, he's in it. Wonder Woman also. It's like, okay, Wonder Woman's in the movie. Fine. We saw her. She had her movie. She was great. She's going to be freaking fantastic in this. Impulse, like Ricardo said, I have this young Kid Flash Impulse persona from him. I'm not really liking this for Barry Allen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he may be good, but I don't like that. If you want the comedy, name him Impulse. Name him freaking Bart, whatever. Aquaman is the one that I'm looking forward to, because he said it.
Yeah.
He's a rock star. All the scenes he has in it. When I first saw him, I was like, why are they picking Jason Momoa for this? The dark-haired, whatever.
Because you had to make Aquaman not be the bitch of the group anymore.
And I was like, Aquaman's a piece of shit as a character. But
Daryl.
Jason Momoa, watching him now, I'm like, fucking Team Aquaman. All the way.
Jason, you are DC's biggest fan. You absolutely love the Academy Award-winning Suicide Squad. What do you think about Justice League's Oscar-caliber films?
You had me with the trailer from San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
This one, it didn't do anything for me. And I honestly was like, I get to see Cyborg looks like scrawny again, and oh boy, he catches Aquaman, and he looks even scrawnier. I did not like this trailer.
Yeah.
I did not. And I think I could have done without it, honestly.
Hell, I actually forgot about Cyborg. That must be a good reason why.
Am I really the only one hearing these noises? You aren't hearing
I'm hearing like the fan from the computer.
You aren't hearing the whispers of the creatures and beings beyond imagination? Well, we're going to peer into the shadows and explore the legends in October's mythical Loot Crate. That's right. Loot Crate is a monthly subscription box service brought to you by that provides boxes of geek and gaming related merchandise and always includes a monthly t-shirt and pin. Get a discount now by going to lootcrate.com/SCNS Live.
That is freaking fantastic. You set that shit up at the beginning of the show. I hear these noises. You can't hear them.
I've been like half paying attention to what you guys are saying, just because I'm like, I'm trying to listen to what you're hearing.
I've been like listening to audio, like turning things up, like what.
Yeah, I'm like, what is he hearing?
I hate you.
Good job, UC. I'll give you props.
Great.
That was all the trailers, right? No more trailers?
I think so.
Let's not mess with Jason anymore.
Shut your
The Last Jedi came out, guys. I did not watch this trailer at all. You guys go ahead and talk about it. What did you think?
I cried. Like, I was at work, and I managed to find the 3 minutes to run to the lobby to Glass Off Wood up at Alamo and watch the trailer. Granted, there was no audio for it because they were doing Geeks Who Drink, but I got to see the images, and just the images alone, I almost cried. Man, every time I see Carrie Fisher on screen,
that's gonna kill me.
Right now I'm about to cry, but man, Jason's good. And then her daughter posted a picture of Gary watching. And it's, of course, she gets it when it's Leia on the screen. But the trailer, the words escape me. I'm excited. The music's
That's kind of
amazing.
what Star Wars does to you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited. My girlfriend Chelsea, she was like, I need the music. The music in it is amazing for the trailer. Of course, John Williams is always amazing in that. I am super stoked. Force Awakens, got me real excited for Star Wars again. And then Rogue One did pretty good last year, but this one, I'm even more psyched. I mean, Finn versus Phasma, and then we've got Kylo versus Leia, and Luke and Rey, and Snoke and Rey, and I'm just like, all the things.
Cora, what did you think about it? Did you watch the football game?
I did not watch the football game. I don't even really like football unless my Falcons are playing.
There was a
Rise Up. But I did watch the trailer before the show because I hadn't had really much of a chance to watch it. I did really enjoy it. What?
Porgs.
Porgs, oh my god, the porgs are so cute! They're the only thing that got like an actual, like, other than intense watching with excitement, it made the little noise and I just like lost it. I don't even know what happened after that. I just lost it. And then there was the Arctic Fox and I lost it again. I really like cute things. But I am really excited to see this movie. Oh, like I remember watching the one before this one with my brother-in-law and my sister. And my brother-in-law is probably one of the biggest Star Wars fans I've ever met. And so it kind of took me back to that. So it's like I can watch this. I'm just really excited. I'm really bad with words tonight. I'm really sorry.
All right, Rob, what you got?
Well, like I told Ricardo, this movie reminds me of something. There was a movie where a young Jedi went to a remote planet to get trained by a Jedi Master that really didn't want to teach him. It reminded me of that movie, Empire Strikes Back. And then you have a planet that seems like it's made of ice, because you have the little ice foxes, kind of like Hoth, like Empire Strikes Back. And big battle between the good guy and evil with Finn and Phasma, with sabers and swords and vipers, and just a big battle on a space station, like Empire Strikes Back. And what else is there? We got the two Pokemon, the ice fox that I mentioned. The final form of the Eevee, and the Porgs.
Oh, you mean Chewy Snack?
Yeah,
Chewy Snack.
No!
Chewy Snack.
He's not gonna eat them!
Kentucky Fried Porg. I fucking hate him.
Alderaan fried.
Alderaan fried porg.
Bruh. Points.
AFC. Alderaan fried chicken.
Please don't show me Empire Strikes Back. Do something new. We already got a copy of A New Hope in The Force Awakens. Do not show me Empire Strikes Back.
Jason, are we getting Empire Strikes Back?
Probably, but I don't care.
Right there, that's how you do it.
Look, oh my god, the scene. Y'all like that? Yeah, I like that. Okay, the scene where Kylo is flying his TIE fighter and his thumb is on that trigger, and you can see Leia's face. I'm sitting there just, I'm like, no.
You see, I don't know if that's creative editing,
I don't know.
or if that's the scene.
I went back and looked several times at the scene where Daisy is saying that she needs someone to guide her, and Kylo extends his hand, and I don't think those are the same scene at all.
No,
from what I've heard, a lot of the trailer is trying to swerve us. And it's very creative editing. Now, again, I
will go back to that because there is a Porg on the screen. So,
however, from what you said, I will let you finish. But
okay,
if Leia goes that way, I love it. That's the way I want her to die.
You do not kill Leia. You already killed Han. You do not kill Leia.
No. She's already gone. They need to remove her from the series.
Now, also remember, Carrie finished her filming with this before
she had passed.
So,
but they also said that they finished the story finishes with her in a way that they're not very worried about how they can't have her in 9. They wanted her in 9. They had a big part for her in 9, but the way it finishes is good for the character. So, we'll have to see. Anyway, guys, what we say is not that important. What you guys say is important. So go down in the comments below and let us know what you guys all thought of The Last Jedi trailer and everything else that we talked about here. Make sure you're following Move the Joystick on Twitter. That's Matt. He'll eventually come back and, still hate you guys because he's apparently better than everybody. He'll also be losing in a WWE 2K tournament, which I'm about to leave and go get in UGF, where I'll be defending this right here on November 3rd because, well, I'm a champion.
Isn't the 4th?
Huh? It's the 3rd.
3rd? Okay.
The 4th is, well, when we get to me, I will talk about it.
Yeah. So, Ricardo, where can they find you?
At SCNS Intern on Instagram. Thank you to BC for suggesting the new handle. So, at SCNS Intern.
Right, you can find me on Twitter at HawksPerch, or you can find me where I'm much more active at Corodono on Instagram. KORODONO. I'm doing a Sketchtober thing, and you can be flooded with that. But also, talking about November 4th, you can join myself, Rob, Jason, and Xander of Nerdy Notions while we play D&D to raise money for Kids for Extra Life.
For the little childrens.
For the childrens.
For the kids.
If you would like to donate, you can find my page. Participant is Cora Barton. And if you would like to donate to Xander, you can find him at Xander Price.
Links will be in the description.
Yes, we will put them in the description box below.
Rob, what about you? Where can they find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on the Twitters at Channel Control or at the newly named station, youtube.com, Channel Control TV. Thank you for everyone who subscribed and brought me up to the level that I can actually name that goddamn channel. Thank you very much. I love you. Keep watching, subscribe, and moving along.
And apparently the new UGF commissioner, who is just wanting to make my life miserable.
What?
Jason, go ahead. Let them know where they can find you, too.
First of all, I'm not looking to make your life miserable. I'm looking to make everything fun. It's good to be the commissioner. Anyway, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at JasonTheX. And, of course, writing stories on SoulLinks.com.
Real talk, I put up a post on Facebook about who I should create on WWE 2K18, and no joke, a fan legitimately said Odd Job. So, shout out. Make sure you follow me on all social media, whether it be Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at RealJackassBC. That's RealJackassBC. My podcast, It Is What It Is with the Jackass, every single Thursday on Cinelinks.com. So check that out there. And don't forget to follow us right here at SCNS Live on Twitter and Instagram. And make sure to go to Cinelinks for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more. Cinelinks at Cinelinks UGF. And I guess the only other thing left is keep on nerding.
Fun.